In the heart of Alabama, where trust was once the bedrock of a thriving community, a storm was brewing. Behind the facade of prosperity, a sinister plot was unfolding, one that would unravel the very fabric of trust and integrity in the banking world. This is the story of Colonial Bank, a regional giant that rose to prominence on the pillars of trust and community. But beneath its polished exterior lurked a dark secret, a web of deceit that would lead to one of the largest bank failures in American history. How did a trusted institution become a symbol of betrayal? Who were the masterminds behind the fraud? And what drove them to risk it all in a high-stakes game of deception? Join us as we delve into the dark heart of the Colonial Bank scandal, uncovering the intricate schemes, the downfall, and the aftermath of a financial catastrophe that shook Alabama to its core. This is not just a story of financial collapse. It is a tale of greed, corruption, and the devastating impact of broken trust.
I'm on the phone with a borrower and I get an email that says, "You're done." And the borrower's going, Are you there? Yeah, I'm here. But an email sent to us.
In the early 1970s, Colonial Bank was born in Montgomery, Alabama, a modest institution with grand ambitions. Its founders envisioned a bank that would serve as a pillar of trust and stability for the community. Over the next few decades, their vision seemed to come to life. Colonial Bank grew at an astonishing pace, spreading its roots across the Southeast. By the early 2000s, it was a regional powerhouse with assets exceeding $26 billion. It was a symbol of prosperity and trust, a bank where customers felt their money was safe. But beneath the surface of success, a dark undercurrent began to emerge. Colonial Bank's rapid growth had come at a cost, and the price was about to be paid by everyone who had placed their trust in this seemingly infallible institution. Fueled by ambition and the intoxicating allure of profit, Colonial Bank's leadership made a fateful decision. They partnered with Taylor, Bean, and Whitaker, a mortgage giant with a shadowy reputation. This partnership would pave the way for one of the largest financial frauds in American history. Colonial Bank was on a collision course with disaster, driven by greed and a relentless pursuit of growth. The seeds of betrayal were planted, and soon, the devastating consequences would unfold, leaving countless lives shattered.
Okay.
Can we talk to somebody in
No.
accounting?
Could you please leave?
Can you please
Could
take
you
your hand
please
off my
leave?
camera?
Please leave the property, please.
We're shocked, surprising.
This is it.
This is the last company
We're going
check.
to cash it now so it doesn't go poing poing.
As the housing market boom of the early 2000s reached its peak, Colonial Bank found itself at a crossroads. The partnership with Taylor, Bean, and Whitaker seemed like a golden opportunity to capitalize on the growing demand for mortgages. But behind the scenes, a perilous game was being played. The early signs of trouble were subtle, a discrepancy here, an unusual transaction there. But these were brushed aside in the rush to ride the wave of profit. Unbeknown to most, TBW was engaged in a series of increasingly desperate and fraudulent maneuvers to keep their financial house of cards standing. The stakes grew higher and the risks more severe. Senior Vice President Catherine Kissick and her associates were deep in the web of deceit, orchestrating a cover-up to mask the mounting losses. They created fictitious assets and manipulated records to present an illusion of solvency and success. As the housing market began to crumble, the pressure on Colonial Bank and TBW became unbearable. The fraudulent scheme that had propped up their financial empire was on the brink of collapse, and then the cracks turned into chasms. The inevitable was now unstoppable. On August 14, 2009, the Alabama State Banking Department stepped in and closed Colonial Bank. It was the sixth largest bank failure in U.S. history, and the fallout was immediate and devastating. The downfall of Colonial Bank was a heart-pounding roller coaster of deception, greed, and ultimate ruin. The shockwaves would be felt far and wide, leaving a lasting impact on the financial landscape and the lives of countless victims.
Went to get her son's dentist appointment yesterday, and she didn't have any insurance. Most companies, it's good to the end of the month. So he wasn't paying that either. So I'm standing up for my coworkers. You're working there for nothing to clean up the mess that this people have created. That is the bottom line.
As Colonial Bank crumbled, the fallout triggered a massive federal investigation. The FBI, the Special Inspector General for the Troubled Asset Relief Program, and other agencies launched an all-out effort to uncover the truth behind the fraud. The investigation quickly zeroed in on key figures at Colonial Bank and Taylor, Bean, and Whitaker. Catherine Kissick, a senior vice president at Colonial, emerged as a central player in the scheme. She, along with executives from TBW, had orchestrated one of the most elaborate banking frauds in history. The evidence was overwhelming: fraudulent loans, falsified documents, and a paper trail that led straight to the heart of the conspiracy. The arrests sent shockwaves through the financial world and brought a sense of justice to those who had been deceived. As the trials progressed, the full extent of the fraud became clear. The guilty verdicts handed down to Catherine Kissick marked the end of a dark chapter in banking history. The investigation into Colonial Bank was a high-stakes roller coaster of deception, pursuit, and justice. It revealed the depths of human greed, but also the resilience of those who sought to uncover the truth and hold the guilty accountable.